Okay, back with another video on the Eurorack modular system. Somebody was asking about the 3D joystick from Doepfer, saying they have one and we're having trouble coming up with ideas for how to use it. So I use it all the time. It's really good. If you don't know what it is, it's a spring-loaded joystick. It's got X and Y outputs, but also output for each quadrant or corner of the joystick. So it also has a button on top and a knob built into the top of the stick that you can send the clockwise and counterclockwise rotation voltages to different things. So you can control like 12 different things or whatever with it. It's really powerful. So I have a big patch here and it's allowing me to control things that I can't get to with my hands. So I'm going to run the sequence and I'll just explain as I go. So the patch is just 4 oscillators going through 4 filters and then through a mixer, and then they're being sent to this frequency shifter over here. So I'll bring up the first voice. It's just a saw from this Brooks oscillator going through a 1047 multi-mode filter, which I can kind of get through down here. But it's pretty difficult, so easier to just use the stick. I have the one corner controlling resonance. I'll bring that up. So pretty simple voice. This Brooks oscillator is FMing the Rubicon, which is a through zero oscillator. It's FMing it through the through zero input, and that sounds like this. It's going through a surges filter. So the joystick is controlling the surges. But I have the knob of the joystick controlling the pulse width of the Rubicon. So we get rid of all this. This is just the sign from the Rubicon going through the X input, which brings it to this little folder circuit called warp. It's not really a folder, but that's what I call it. It's dependent on the pulse width, so even though we're not using the square of this patch, the pulse width affects the hold circuit or whatever. So I have the rotation of the stick controlling the pulse width. With the squish on, it might be more obvious. So it sounds out of tune with the first oscillator, but if we bring up the FM, we get this obnoxious sound. So can bring in the frequency shifter. What I have going on is the one corner of the frequency shifter is one corner of the joystick is going through a track and hold and then to the frequency shifter. So when I press the button, I can move it and then it stays wherever I leave the button. The button is also controlling an envelope, which is turning a slew limiter on for the glide for the sequencer. You hear it gliding around. So the third voice is just the triangle from the Rubicon going through the bifold wave folder, which is being controlled by the stick as well. It has some feedback going on. It's going through its own filter as well. So all three together. And the frequency shifter. Fourth voice is not that important. It's just a high-pitched oscillator that I'm using to mod the symmetry of the Rubicon. We'll tune it up quick. So this is maybe not even worth showing. But yeah, it's changing this sound slightly. I don't know if you can really hear it. It gets noisier. So I just have it in the mix, because why not, right? This other joystick I have just controlling the envelope decay times and whether or not they repeat. If I have it in the top app, it repeats. So you can find these little rhythmic spots. So kind of at a time. I had this bottom corner doing something too with this brains oscillator, but I don't think we have time to do that. So a bit of a scattered video, but it's just what I had patched today. I'll try a simpler one explaining some things with this joystick. Thanks for watching.